Hey Leo, Mariah here. I'm going to go ahead and get into your reading. So let's see what you need to know. I'm kind of doing my readings a little differently at this point. I'm kind of going towards what I more so feel called to do, or what I feel called to pull, just because you guys like when Spirit really works with me and talks through me with the messages. So I know a lot of tarot readers would do like the September monthlies or the weeklies and things like that. But on this channel, things are going to be a little different, because I want to make sure that I get you the most accurate and concise messages that Spirit wants you to know. Sometimes they come and sometimes they don't, right? But when they do come, they tend to be very powerful. So I just want to get out what you need to know for this month of September, Leo. So what does my Leos need to know, Spirit? And there we go. Normally this deck takes forever to shuffle. Wow. Radical honesty. To believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. But you know, I really like this card, Leo. Honestly, when you look at it, you can see all the golds, all the yellows and the golds, and that's very representative of you. Very bold, courageous, facing one's fears despite how painful it may be. Leo, what this feels like in this month of September. Wow, bottom of the deck is renewal. How, if I can put this in the most appropriate way, how honest are you willing to be? Not only with yourself, with people, more so situations that are in your life. How honest are you willing to be with yourself? What is it that you need to let go of here, Leo? So that way you can start anew. So that way you can have new. So that way, I just heard you're reborn. I heard it in the sense of your rebirth, which grammatically is incorrect. But I heard that way you're reborn. It's a weird energy here, Leo. It's not a bad energy, but it's definitely a weird energy. Tell me what else my Leos need to know, Spirit. Can I ask you a question, Leo? What is it that you do for others but others won't do for you? What is it that you truthfully do for others but others won't do for you? And I need you to take a brief moment to honestly ask yourself that question, because it's coming up for me for a reason. And this is, y'all know how I get when I get my messages that start going left, and I ain't even pulled nothing yet, really. But I can't shake this feeling of, what is it that you do for others that others won't do for you? And being very honest in this assessment, Leo. Being very honest in this critical thinking. This is a very critical question that I'm asking you. And the reason why it feels like it's a very critical question, Leo, and I feel like I've gotten this message for you once before. Maybe it was a slight message, but I feel like I've gotten this for you. It feels like you bend over backwards. I don't know why I'm getting agitated. It feels like you bend over, the specific Leo that I'm speaking to, you bend over backwards. You're there. You try to show up. You try to be present. And this can be in any facet of your life, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's family, whether it is an occupational space. What is it that you do that others won't do for you? And that's directly what I heard from Spirit. And I don't know what this pertains to. I wish I did, because all of you, it's a general reading, so it will pertain in a different way, a different format, right? We got a large, broad spectrum here of people that's watching. But I ask you that question in deep sincerity. Because, Leo, the one thing about you, and I'll always say this, and I know I always big you up, but I big you up in complete honesty. Sometimes your heart is too big for your body. Sometimes your soul, the light that shines bright within you, is too bright for others to comprehend or digest. So when I ask you, What is it that you do for others that others don't do for you? Sometimes, and I can kind of relate to this as a Cancer personally, you tend to either keep things in your life or involve people in your life out of honest love, out of honest genuinity. Hopefully that's a word. I'm not trying to make up words here, so forgive me if that's not a word. But no, honestly, it's you allow people into your life out of your pure heart, right? Not saying you just let anybody in, but the ones you do let in, you let in really close. But when you let them in and they get close, that pull, that detachment, that separation, there's a difficulty there because your loyalty is thick. But how loyal are people to you? And again, I go back to the infamous question now. What is it that you do for others that others won't do for you? So let's keep going. Didn't mean to spend 6 minutes on that, but I started going left. Jeez. Wonders. All right, Leo. All right, you know what? You win. You win. Your damn readings agitate me in the best way, of course. But the messages for you are never just simple, right? I would love to pull out my tarot deck and say, oh, 8 of Pentacles and 7 of Wands and yada yada. But they go deeper. But that's because, Leo, you're very complex. So we have wonders and we have illumination here. The soul knows what the eye can't see. But whatever, ignore my cat, Lucky. Whatever this is though, Leo, that you're feeling in regards to whatever this situation is that you need to reevaluate, the soul has already sensed it before the eyes could see it, before the mind could process it. But in some odd way, shape, or form here, there's a crossfire. Please bear with me while I try to translate what the fuck Spirit is trying to tell me, and I'm so sorry. I'm just picking up like a crossfire, crosswire with the connection here, because energetically you feel it, but the eyes and the mind is not seeing this. So this goes back to, again, Leo, your heart being so pure. And of course, we got our shortcomings. I'm not saying y'all are angels, okay? Let's not go there. I'm not saying that. But your heart does come from good intentions. Your intentions towards people, for the most part, I can't speak to all of you, it's a general now. Some of y'all, I don't know. But for the ones that I am speaking to, your intentions are normally placed correctly. But why is this still around in your life, Leo? Why is this still around in your life? Transformation. Did you fully learn a lesson? Opportunity and change. Did you fully learn a lesson here, Leo? And I mean that. Did you truly learn a lesson? Because if I was to even tap deeper into this energy, again, excuse Lucky. If I was to tap deeper into this energy, you have your spirit guides with you. You have your angels with you. You have your ancestors with you. You are beyond blessed, whether you know that or not. And for some of you specifically, you have certain spiritual gifts that are beyond comprehension. And I don't know if you tapped into this or yet. And I ask you, this is starting to go left, sorry, but I ask you for a specific Leo. If you have a sense that you know that you were gifted something beyond what we're gifted as humans, and I more so am speaking of psychic abilities, clairvoyance, clairaudience. The most common spiritual gift would be heightened intuition, right? And, sometimes they say, well, that's, woman's intuition, because, women tend to be more intuitive in certain regards or aspects. But no, I'm talking on a deeper plane. Like, you have a connection to, this is going way left. There's a connection here where you're able to tap into another, please, this is going to sound very sci-fi, and this is literally for one Leo. It feels like you can tap into different dimensions where you can feel vibrations, whether it's from the 5D and, you know, different dimensions. You have this, I don't know who the fuck this is for, but there is some energy of you being able to tap into a different, energetically. You know things beyond what's humanly possible to see or know. There's something within you where you have some form of gifted abilities. And I don't know if you tapped into this. I don't know if you've really recognized this. I don't know if you've really sensed this. But I ask of you, even if you feel like there's something deeper to my own capabilities that I feel like it's there, but I don't know what it is, please, if I can ask anything of you, and I'm going to get off of this. This is somebody's fucking message. Please, if you can do any form of research, get further into spiritual understandings, getting into further dimensional work, if you can. Please, because there's somebody here that I'm feeling that is very tapped into other elements and dimensions, that has that capability to cross over. And it's not for all of you. I will guarantee you that. So just hold on and I'll get off this message. But for the one I'm speaking to, you definitely can do that. Please tap into those abilities and gifts. Now to get off of that message and back to the main message, right? You have your spirit guides and your angels and your ancestors with you. But I ask you, Leo, have you learned the lesson? And right underneath this opportunity and change that was on the bottom of the deck, we have no. Right underneath that, we have cut the cords. Right underneath that, we have yes. And right underneath that, we have angelic protection. And I'll throw you one more for a kicker. Right underneath that, we have learning experience. So I go back to my main question. Let's bring this full circle, Leo. Again, excuse my cat. What you would do for others, would they do the same for you? There's a lesson that's meant to be learned here, Leo. And in the month of September, especially this month, I'm going to ask you to not hold on to connections that don't serve you, that energetically drain you, that energetically leaves you feeling abandoned, that energetically, and again, this doesn't have to necessarily be in love. This could be in life or in general. But anything that truly drains your energetic reserves, you have to cut the cords. You have to let this go. But it's not going to be relinquished until you're absolutely honest with yourself about why are you holding on to this connection. Until you're absolutely honest with yourself as to why is this connection still playing a factor in your life. It's not going to leave until you truly, on the soul level, not on the conscious level of, you know what, this person isn't good for me, etc., etc. No, when you can truly feel it. That's when it's relinquished. And we got to get there. Even if you've already cut the head of the snake off, the body still moves, right? So you may have exiled somebody from your life, but did you release the energy of it? The body's still moving. And that's what I'm running into here. Whatever this is was meant to be very transformative for you, because we also have renewal on the bottom of the deck. And you know what this feels like, Leo? Oh, it feels really, really, really good. Perfect timing in the near future. I love it. And the reason why I love these two cards here is because it's not time yet. Do you want it to be time? Absolutely. And for some of you, you may not even know what this is that you need to cut off, but you've been energetically feeling drained, or just energetically, even if nothing's going on in your life, but you're just feeling off. Why am I feeling off? My job's fine. I may be single, but that's fine. Or I got a relationship and we're good. But why is there still a missing piece of the puzzle here? This is what it feels like. There's a missing piece of the puzzle here. And that's the determination. What are you still energetically holding on to? Because you know what this links back to, Leo? Again, my saying, I'm going to keep saying this, all right? What is it that you would do for others, or what is it that you do for others that they won't do for you? Some of you can still be holding on to past transgressions, past resentments, past defeats that could have been eons in the past. But energetically, you're still carrying it forward, unconsciously. Why are you still carrying this forward unconsciously? Well, you don't know if it's being unconscious, right? If it's being carried forward unconsciously. I ask you, Leo, take a deep, honest look at yourself and do the soul work. That's all I ask. No ask anything else. I ain't asking you to pay my light bill. I wish. I ain't asking y'all to do that. I'm just asking you to do the soul work, damn it. Because I can feel the energy. And not to go left again, but whoever I was speaking to in regards to these abilities, your angels and your ancestors are really trying to shape and mold you right now. And I don't know why I'm going back left. I'm sorry. But your angels and ancestors are really trying to shape and mold you. Please, 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 if you feel gifted or called in any way to go down a specific spiritual path, you're not being called for no reason. You're not being called to go that way just because you're getting this sense or this energy. No, I'm telling you, you are being divinely guided and led. Divinely guided and led. Excuse me. Don't deny what you're feeling. Don't deny these gifts that you're feeling. And I'm sorry I have to keep going over there, but this is a specific message for somebody that they need to hear. But back to the main portion here, though. This lesson is meant to be learned within a specific time frame with perfect timing. And in the near future, you'll get the lesson. You may not even know what the lesson is, but you'll get it. And the thing about divine timing and learning lessons is you never understand it even when you're going through it, right? Whether you know what this is or unconsciously you don't know what this is, but you've just been feeling off. It will reveal itself to you in due time. But that's in due time. But in the meantime, now having this understanding or clarity, let's start to look at the roots of certain things. Let's start to look at the different snakes that are in the garden that you may need to cut the head off. Or you've already cut the head off, but now we got to get rid of the body. Because that body is the energetic presence that's lingering within you that you may not even know where it's stemming from or coming from, right? Let's really start doing the work. Let's get our hands dirty. But this is beautiful, Leo. I want to pull another card here. This reading just went completely elsewhere than where I thought it was going to go. I thought it was going to be a very simple reading. I was going to pull some cards. Maybe tell you about your love life for the month of September. Maybe I'll do that to try to do a focused reading. When I leave your readings open, Leo, Spirit just takes me wherever. Okay? Last shuffle, thank you. What else do my Leos need to know? Wow. Wow. We got the World. And I was so amazed. That's why I paused for a second, because I was so amazed. Grand opening and grand closing. Completion, but also a new beginning. A cycle coming to its end in the near future. Again, Leo. What is it that you would do for others that they won't do for you? It's time to close out that chapter. It's time to close that book. But not only that, through this chapter closing for you, Leo, your energetic levels and vibrations are going to increase. And not only that, Leo, there's more freedom. There's more sense of understanding. There's more sense of clarity. There's more sense of inner peace through this. Even though it could possibly be a difficult time for some of you. And some of you, again, you may not know why you feel energetically off. You just feel it. You just feel it. And that happens to a lot of us. We just feel energetically off and just don't know why. Whatever this is coming to a close, but it's requiring you to be very honest with yourself and to reassess all of your interactions when it comes to people or situations that you've been in that may have not been most savory, or when you look at your upbringing or your inner child wounding. What is it that you really need to close those chapters on? Bottom of the deck is deceit. So, if I just heard psychic attacks, energetic attacks. Be careful for specific Leo. If there is somebody that you've been getting into it with and they've gone silent and you're feeling off and you don't know why, somebody's energetically attacking you. And I don't mean that they're mixing potions and trying to, because people can energetically attack you and not be in the spiritual element or community or world. People can just wish ill on you, and that's an energetic attack or a spiritual attack. People can speak ill on your name, speak ill about your character, speak ill about your behavior, speak ill about you just in general, and that's still spiritual and energetic attacks. Be careful, because there's somebody doing that. And I sense it here. And this is somebody that's very quiet, not speaking to you right now. Somebody that you've had some form of grievance with. Be careful of that. But with this deceit here, again, having somebody in your life or in your energy or that you're still energetically holding on to, that doesn't serve you well, doesn't bode you well. And even this deceit can be self-deceit, right? Especially when you're still holding on to the body of the snake. And energetically, that needs to go, right? You're allowing for your own self-deception and deceit to occur within you and within your own energetic field. It needs to go. So Leo, I'm definitely going to do another reading for you because I did not expect this reading to go. It feels like it just went all over the place. So hopefully this made sense to you guys. I know somebody needs to hear this message, so I will post this. But again, definitely look out for another video so that way, because it's felt very specific. And I know this is only going to resonate for like a small handful of you. So if you made it this far, I thank you so much for bearing with my crazy self, okay? I love you, Leo, as always, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.